imagination, because it's going to grab onto the energies that are coming through from your higher self, from your soul's consciousness, from God, and it's going to interpret them in the way that it knows how, and that's through movies and songs and cartoons and other images. And that's why if you don't see anything or feel anything or sense anything when you ask that question, then what you can do is you can help your higher self out. So what I do is I teach, and I do this a lot when I'm really blocked or if I'm frazzled and she's crying and I'm like, I can't tap into her. I'll actually imagine a Madison doll. So I'm imagining like a mannequin right in front of me. Just literally imagine a mannequin or a doll or something. I imagine that in front of me, and I ask the higher self to show me on that doll where she hurts or what's wrong with her. So I'll say, why is she crying? Show me the doll. And this just happened an hour ago, where she was like crying out of control, and I kept asking, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong? And I kept seeing over on the left side of her stomach this big black ball of energy, and on the doll that was supposed to represent her, and I was like, trying to rub her stomach, and I was like, oh, maybe her diaper was digging into her, and I was like, no, but the dot's up higher, I wonder what it is. Well, anyways, after like 10 more minutes of her screaming and crying, I kind of picked her up and did like the skin to skin thing and put her up against me, and she literally burped like a dirty old drunk man, like blah, the loudest like burp ever. Sorry, don't mean to embarrass you, Madison, but anyways, she burped super loud, and then went to the bathroom, and the dot was then gone. I didn't see the dot anymore. And then she then fell asleep, and which has enabled me to come in here and do this video. So anyways, what I was probably seeing was either something in her intestines, or I was seeing maybe like an air bubble or something like that. So it's not like you're just going to see it and know. You have to learn how to communicate with your higher self, and it's like learning a whole new language. So it's like learning sign language or learning how to play charades with your higher self. So don't expect to have the lights from heaven come shining down through the clouds and have your higher self or their higher self or God reach down and say, hello, the reason why they're crying is because of this. If you do, that's great. That's great. And if it's true and it works, that's awesome. But in most cases, you have to learn how to communicate with your higher self and theirs. So next time I see that dot, I'll know, pick her up, burp her, and hold her straight up and kind of like, bounce with her like this, and hopefully she'll burp and then she'll feel better. So I didn't know the importance of burping a baby after they eat. I mean, I burped her a little bit, but not a lot. So anyway, that's kind of what happened with her. So you can do that. You can imagine a doll, or another thing that you can do is you can imagine kind of like a teleprompter in front of you, or like a chalkboard or something, and you can ask your higher self to write down a word on the chalkboard to tell you what's wrong with them. And one of the easiest things to do for feelers, people that can see, people that can hear, people that are just knowers with claircognizance, one that I found for most of my students, it's the easiest, is while you're in that state of being connected to your higher self, asking permission to access their higher self, you ask to be shown in your own body what's wrong. So I could say, okay, Madison's higher self, show me what's wrong with them, and I'm immediately drawn down here to the left side of my stomach, like within me. So I'm not relying on my mind to see anything. I'm relying on my senses to be able to know on my body, where on my body the disruption is, whether it's within the physical body. As they get older and they start absorbing other people's emotions and feelings, which they don't do yet, and I'll get into that when I talk about their shepherds of light guides and their angels and their higher selves, how they keep their energy protected in the beginning. They can still see stuff, but they don't have really other people's emotions that are stuck to them. But as they get older, or if you start, wanting to be able to read other people, adults and stuff like that, you'll run into, you'll ask to be shown on your body what's bothering them, and it may be a cord that's attached to their ex, like I was talking about earlier, and maybe, a spirit attachment or something like that. So working with your baby is super simple. It's like, where on their body is the interruption going on? Why are they crying? Help me sense it, help me see it. write it on a chalkboard in front of my imagination and tell me what's wrong. And that's pretty much it. So after you've kind of gone into your mind, aligned with your higher self, your soul, and your spirit, you're basically going to, I always just say, okay, thank you guys. And then I open my eyes. I leave myself aligned with, I leave myself grounded. I leave myself aligned with my higher self and my soul. I mean, I do this every morning. This is kind of like the exercise that I do each morning is I bring my awareness in, because it's probably out in the astral plane somewhere where I was dreaming or hanging out with my guides or family members on the other side or whatever. So I'll pull my awareness into my mind. I'll pull in my higher self, go up, connect with my soul, pull it down through me, clear my energy, go down into the earth, pick up the earth's energy, and then come back into my mind, and then I'm ready for the day. So a lot of people, I used to tell people, connect with your higher self by seeing like a you dropping down into you. If that's easier for you, then that's fine. But since my teachings, or the guides, what they've taught me since their teachings have progressed so much, and there's all these different layers of higher selves, it's easier for me to just kind of see them as little bubbles of light, you know, going up and kind of connecting with all of those things. It should take you no longer than, 5 seconds if you want. I mean, it's really like pull my awareness in, go up, connect, bring my higher self in, connect, back down to the earth and back up. But I like to also do it as a meditation because it feels good. So if you're trying to do it real quick, you can go up, connect, go back down, come back up here in your mind, you're connected. You can read what's going on in your child's energy, and then very quickly just come back to awareness here, without having to worry about when you're tuning into someone else's energy, you're leaving your body, going into their energy. You have to worry about picking up their energy, picking up their garbage, and then coming back into your field and bringing their stuff with you. And with this, with connecting just to your higher self and asking your higher self, you're getting information on another human being without having to leave your body at all. So it doesn't take any spiritual abilities or anything like that. It's just visualization, and it's just connecting with the consciousness that you are. So anyways, that went a lot longer than expected. So hopefully YouTube will let me upload it. Otherwise, I'll probably have to do it as a couple different videos. But please feel free to comment on YouTube, or feel free to comment on Facebook where I posted this, and let me know if it works for you. I was going to get into healing your baby, but I feel like the video is a little too long. So I'll do another video after this that basically teaches you how to send healing energy into your child to release blocks and things like that. But that's going to be more for above 3 years old, above like 2 or 3 year old children, because that's when they start taking on our emotions. So right now you really are just kind of wanting to know what's wrong with them. You want to know why they're crying. And by going in and connecting with their higher self and asking to be connected into their field to see what's wrong with them, you're connecting in and you're pretty much clearing their energy with your frequency. And it'll take me a while to explain that too, but just believe me when I say that when you're tuning into their energy to see what's wrong, it's also clearing their energy too, because it's aligning them with their higher self and their soul's consciousness as well. So anyway, I hope that you guys found this helpful. I'll probably do like a little audio recording of a meditation technique on how to connect with the higher self and the soul and all of that. And I'm not sure if I can post it, but I'm going to start posting meditations and things like that on my website so that you guys can go and get free meditations, and then eventually figure out how to do little $5 meditations or stuff like that. But that's still in the works, trying to figure all this stuff out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please let me know if it worked. Let me know if it was total BS. Let me know if, just let me know. Good or bad, let me know. All right? See you guys soon. Bye.